Hello and welcome back to 911 Scales. My name is Michael and here it's all about Porsches in their different sizes. Today we're doing something new. This time we're checking out the 1/1,000,000th Porsche 911 in 991.2 Carrera S in paint to sample Irish green, but this time both versions in 143 and a 118 scale, so that you can see if there is actually a difference between the two models, apart obviously from their size. This year is a very important car for Porsche. When it rolled off the production line in November 2017, this year was the 1/1,000,000th 911 ever made, a huge milestone for them, and to celebrate that, Porsche's Exclusive Manufaktur took a 991.2 Carrera S and made it a completely bespoke one-of-one car. The color chosen is Irish green, the favorite color from the Porsche family. In the interior, they added to the seats the original Pepita pattern from 1964, and also the car is equipped with the power pack, boosting it up from the 420 horsepower to 450, reaching therefore the same level as the GTS models. Also, they added a lot of wood in the interior and lovely details like this 1,000,000 plaque, and also the original design for the Porsche crest was used, as it was the case on the original 911, or as it was known back then as a 901. And the car was not sold to the public, it still is in Porsche's possession, and the only way you can have it for your own is as a model car. These were made by Spark in 118 and 143 scale. Both the original variants are actually here right now, and there was also another 143 scale version sold by the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart in a white box in the 70th anniversary box, and it also has a slightly different display plate. The 118 scale version is limited to 911 pieces, and unfortunately this model had quite some quality issues, so if you're looking for one online, make sure to check out all the pictures properly before you're buying it. The 143 scale versions are all fine, and even though these are not limited, are very rare nowadays and hard to find online for sale. Also, they made a 143 scale model car set consisting of this new 911 and the old 901, both in Irish green. And that set looks actually very nice. And before we grab the camera and get up close to the models to check them out, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like content like this. And with that, let's get up close and check out all the details. Let's start our comparison with the 118 scale model at the front and then compare each section of the model to the 143 scale model. The 118 scale comes with a special display case. This one has been lined with some sort of foil to resemble wood, but it's not that well done and you can actually see it here at the corners. I don't like that so much. Also, it has this 1,000,000 plaque here, which looks in itself very nice, but it's unfortunately coming a bit loose on its ends. The 143 scale model comes with a standard black plate, but has the 911 number 1,000,000 written in gold. The other 143 scale version, sold by the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, had the same thing here, just in white. Here at the front, the model is nicely done by Spark. Like the splitter here, the open air vents, and the lights are nicely done. They even thought of the original style Porsche crest here on the hood. And so is the 143 scale model. It has all the same detail, with only the lights being slightly different, missing the silver part below the single beam headlamp here on the 118 scale. That's actually painted in silver. On the side we can admire that beautiful 911 silhouette with a lot of silver and chrome accents, like the window surroundings, the mirrors, the door handles and the wheels. These are the 20-inch Carrera Sport wheels, but with a custom silver paint job and a custom 911 logo in the middle of them, not the usual crests. The brake discs are nicely done by Spark and the calipers are painted in black. Small details like the 1,000,000 plaque here and the side indicators here in the front are nicely done by Spark. On the 143 model, all details are also visible and nicely executed by Spark. Only details which are not as good as on the big models are the side indicators here, and the wheel locks could have actually been painted in black. But these are very tiny things. The rear looks also nicely done. As always, Spark did a great job, especially with the lights and rear reflectors, and all the other details are also nice, like the grills here on top of the engine, the golden Porsche 911 designation and the Porsche Exclusive Manufaktur number plate. One thing I would criticize on the 118 scale model are the exhaust pipes of the optional sports exhaust which is equipped. I think these look a tiny bit too big on the 118 scale model. Let me know what you think in the comments below. On the 143 scale model, these exhaust pipes look a bit better in my opinion, and the model has every single detail as its bigger brother. Even the little parking sensors have been added by Spark, which I think is a great attention to detail. The interior is wonderfully spec'd by Porsche with the original Pepita seat inserts and the wooden surfaces. Here the 1/18 scale model definitely has an advantage since it's easier to look inside. The steering wheel looks wonderful and you can even see the little buttons on there. The instrument behind it looks also very nice and on this green color theme, which later became very popular with the Heritage Package Speedster. They are very clearly done, and so is the middle console with all its various controls and the air conditioning of the car below the gear lever. Last little detail is the 1 million plaque in front of the passenger seat. They really thought of everything. You'd be amazed, on the 143 scale model all the same details are visible too. Just the steering wheel looks a bit different and the instruments are just one single sticker. But it's nothing missing and looks very nicely done. So the small 143 scale holds up quite nicely compared to its bigger brother, the 1/18 scale. Which one of these two would you prefer for your model car collection? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, let's rate these two and see how they'll do on our scoreboard. The biggest difference is obviously the price between the two, and the two aren't cheap for their respectable scales. The 1/18 scale model still trades around for the €250 mark, and the 143 scale model gets even more expensive when its original retail price trading around the €70 mark nowadays, earning the big 1/18 scale model a 4 out of 10 and the small 143 scale model is 6 out of 10. Quality on the 143 scale model is actually better than on the big 1/18 scale model, and I especially do not like how they've executed the display plate on this one, and therefore I'm giving this here a 6 out of 10 and the small one is 7 out of 10. Details are wonderful for both models and they have the same level of details, very well done by Spark, giving them an 8 out of 10. Rarity is oddly for the two the same, even though this one is not limited. Both versions are very hard to find nowadays for a good price, earning the two also an 8 out of 10. Significance for the 1 millionth 911 is obviously high. It's an incredible achievement and milestone for Porsche and the Porsche 911 as a car. Therefore, the two are getting a 9 out of 10. Which means that the 1 millionth 911 in 1/18 scale gets a 35 out of 50 and the 143 scale gets a 38 out of 50, and this puts them here on our scoreboard. And with that, these two sit very high on our scoreboard, with the biggest difference being between the two the price, and this is also the reason why I would prefer the 143 scale model. And the scoreboard of all the reviews I've done so far is as always linked down in the description below. And with that, I'm sending you to my high resolution pictures at the end of this video. If you like this one, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're not already a subscriber, consider to do that. That's it for now. Tune in next time when we're exploring the Porsche world in 911 scales. Thank you very much. Alla, ciao.